Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we lead us from unreal to the reality, ignorance to the knowledge, and from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, wish you all happy new year. November midweek we stopped the class. I think last class was on Kenopanishad on Thursday, mid-November somewhere. Then I was out of station for India. Then again we had a December Christmas holidays. Now again we are back to our weekly classes. So today is an interesting topic, karma theory or karma doctrine. So that is not the theory of fatalism. Rather, it is a theory of science. It is a science of infinite possibilities. Now let us try to understand how it is. Now, Swami Vivekananda himself, I think in the Karma Yoga lecture, he tells in this way: karma is not fate. What we are now is the result of what we have been and what we shall be in the future. So here he clearly tells that you are the creator of your own destiny, or I am the creator of my destiny. So the whole of my discussion of today's talk will be centered on this Swami Vivekananda's utterances. I am paraphrased it, of course. So first and foremost, Swamiji is telling karma is not a fate. The popular theory in India and Hinduism, mainly, broadly I'm speaking, across the globe also, we all think that karma is a fate. Oh, what to do? It is my fate. And if you are a devotee or if you are a believer of God, you feel, or we may end up saying that, oh, it is a God's will. Or God has thought that it should happen like this in my life. So that's how we boil down this karma doctrine into fatalistic theory. Now, before going to this fatalism, I would like to explain the scope of action, or in Sanskrit, it is called karma. Karma means what? Action. Now, if you go to the philosophy, what do you mean by action or what do you mean by karma? They have got different shades of meaning. So, according to Swami Vivekananda, any type of action is karma here. Any type of activity is action or karma. Like physical action, mental action, or emotional action, activity, or moral activity, or spiritual activity. All is being classified under. Every type of activity is classified under karma. So Swami Vivekananda is using this word karma in a very widest possible angle actually. But only thing is the mechanical action, for example, breathing. Is it action? Yes. So according to Swami Vivekananda, even breathing is an action, but there will be no residue left in our mind because there is no need of agentship there basically. So these are all mechanical actions basically. Anyhow, now we all know that every action produces results. Every action produces results. Now, good action produces good results. Good action means positive, constructive, ethical, moral, I mean. So, good actions produce good results. Okay. So, similarly, bad actions produce bad results. Okay. Now, good results of action is called punya in Sanskrit, or in the layman's language as a good luck. Oh, he's a lucky person. Whatever he thinks he can do, Whatever he tries, he is successful person. His luck is good. His star is good. We all say that. Why? Because of the past good actions. And bad actions produces bad results, bad fruits of action. When I say that, means it is called bad luck or ill fate. We undercome some, we incur loss, we have to bear loss, or we have to bear sorrows, problems, failures, even some amount of disease. All these things come under because of bad luck. That is what, nothing but bad luck. And bad luck has been produced by bad actions. Okay. Now, this good actions and every human being is the product of good results and bad results, punya and papa. There are very few people, handful of people who can say that they are with full of good actions results, or they are with full of bad actions results. Hardly we can say. Only saints are the people of great nature, great character can be said that they were of good results. Amount of good results, punya is optimum in them, maybe 80%, 90%. Otherwise, for us, the permutation combination might change 60-40, 50-50, 40-60, whatever it may be. So we are combination of papa and punya, that is good actions results and bad actions results. That's why we are all human beings. If it is only bad actions results, then probably we would like to be termed as beasts. If only good actions results, then would have become saints or devatas, that is the celestial beings. Okay. Now, based on the fructification of the actions results of action, the Indian scriptures has categorized the karma phala, the fruits of action, into three categories. So one is prarabdha karma, mean the karma which we are experiencing, the results of karma which we are experiencing. One is that. The second is sanchita karma, means which has been accumulated. The fruits of actions which has been accumulated, the actions which we have done in the present life and in the past lives, which has been accumulated. Then agami karma. Agami means here, which is yet to come. I am going to do some action tomorrow. That action produces results. That is called agami. Now, I would like to probably tell a simple example, then you will understand. Now, you are working, you are doing a job, and you are earning 10,000 euros. And after all the expenditure for 2 years you are working, say around 40 euros is there in your bank. And now you want to go to maybe Europe tour, Switzerland. So then you withdraw 4 or 5,000 euros. Or rather you planned, because nowadays we don't carry cash, we all use wallets and we use our debit card or credit cards. So we thought, I decided that 4,000 to 5,000 I shall use for Switzerland trip, say for instance. So I have decided 4 to 5,000 euros I will be using for Switzerland trip. So that much I will be withdrawing from my account. So that is called nothing but prarabdha karma. So I have withdrawn some amount of karma phala, that is fruits of action, for this life, which includes papa and punya. And in 40,000 you withdrew 5,000, or you decide that you will use 5,000. Say 35,000 euros is been in your account. That is called sanchita karma. Then once you return from your trip, then you continue your work, job, and every month you will get 2,000 or 3,000 euros, which is going to accumulate from the next month. That is called agami karma. Okay. So based on this theory, our forefathers or the common people, they thought the karma doctrine is fatalistic in the nature. Why? Because whatever I have done in my past life, because of that, I'm experiencing happiness and sorrow. I'm experiencing good and bad. I'm experiencing happiness and sorrow. I'm experiencing success and failure. As a result, karma doctrine is a fatalistic theory. This is what our understanding, or this is what the popular belief. And of course, it is a contextual or cultural context. I mean, in the sense in India, I mean, even a layman says, "Oh, what to do? The creator God, Brahma, has written on my forehead that I should marry him or her, I should suffer him as this or whatever." But if you see sincerely and if you really study the karma doctrine, which has been given by our Vedanta or our Hinduism, it is not the fatalistic theory, rather, it is the law of causation. Law of causation means what? Cause and effect theory. You sow a good seed, good mango seed, and the soil is fertile, then enough sunlight is falling, and you are taking care with enough water and fertilizers and everything, and you also sow a good seed. Then what happens? Generally, we can expect a good mango plant, sapling. Then slowly, slowly we'll get a good mango plant, then tree, then we will get good amount of mangoes. So this is a cause and effect. But this cause and effect, unfortunately, we are wrongly thinking that is a fatalistic. Now, for example, I can give an example that is from Bhagavad Gita. In the 18th chapter, after discussing giving all the teachings, Krishna ends his teaching saying that Yathechasi tathakuru. Yatha ichchasi tathakuru. Oh my dear, whatever I have to say, I have said. Now it is up to you. You think, you contemplate, and you decide what you should do. If karma doctrine is fatalistic, then yathechasi tathakuru, Krishna could not have said. Instead of that, he would have said, according to your prarabdha, you will do your action further. So yatha ichchasi means as you think which is right, then accordingly you do, means what? There is a freedom to choose. There is a freedom to choose what to do and what not to do. Should I work? I mean, should I go to, for an example, should I go to pilgrimage or not? Should I eat less or more? Should I eat this or not? The life is with full of choices. That's what I mean. Science of infinite possibilities, karma is. So when I say science of infinite possibilities means what? It is nothing but we have got lot of choices. Now we have to make a right choice. For that, discrimination is required. For that, we may have to hear some good lectures, read good books, and we need a good company. So the doctrine of karma is law of causation. One thing, according to me, the doctrine of karma is the doctrine of responsibility. What we are, that is the result of our past, that shows that we should be responsible for whatever we are and whatever we do. I should be responsible for my actions. I should be responsible for my attitude. I should be responsible for my reactions. I should be responsible for my conduct. So karma theory is not the fatalistic theory, rather it is a law of causation, and the other is it is the doctrine of responsibility. Now, many times when we are experiencing the situations, if not all times, many times, common person, he accepts passively. Oh, what to do? I don't have any other go. I have to suffer. So passive acceptance is there in common person or in common public. Karma theory tells very clearly that no, there should be active effort. It should not be passive acceptance, passive outlook. Rather, it should be active effort. For that, I always feel or think that Sri Ramakrishna's one parable gives a wonderful explanation for all these great, philosophical inquiry or discussions. Sri Ramakrishna narrates a parable, a story. Now, a farmer has tied a cow to a pole. and he has given the fodder to eat or whatever. Now, when he ties, he doesn't tie till the neck. I mean, he leaves some rope, maybe a meter or two from the pole to its neck. Say, for discussion's sake, for instance, the farmer has tied a cow to the pole and he has left 2 meters of the rope loose. Now, in the 2 meter the 2 meter diameter or circumference, the cow, it can do whatever it wants, whatever it wishes. It can sit, it can dance, it can sleep, it can do pace, whatever if it wants. I mean, it desires, it can do. More than that, if it wants to go little ahead or little other side, other than the 2 meters, probably it is not possible. So this is what we have to understand here. All of us, we have a will, we have to exercise. And Swami Vivekananda very clearly tells that there is no free will. Free will is a misnomer. Anyhow. So instead of passive acceptance, I always say karma theory should be taken as active effort. I should put effort to become better. I should put effort to reduce my sufferings. I should put effort to make me better. Maybe improving my skills, handling the situations, handling the people, handling the suffering, whatever the things are required. I should put an active effort, conscious active effort, and I should make me better so that I can lead a better life. So because of my past actions or God's will or elders' curse or whatever, I am suffering. I am happy or I am unhappy. Again, this is what the blaming attitude, fatalistic attitude, which brings blaming attitude. Instead of that, I say that take the responsibility. There may be pain. Pain may be inevitable. I always say that pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. I've got a headache. No doubt. I've got a severe headache. Severe headache brings pain. No doubt in that. But should I suffer for that? No. I need not to suffer. Pain is inevitable. Let me accept it. Oh, because I have got because of cold or because of lack of sleep, because of stress or whatever XYZ reasons, there's a pain in my headache, no doubt. Let me handle it. Maybe by taking a tablet or by having a rest or by handling it in a different way. Let me not suffer. So pain is inevitable, but suffer is a choice. But we mix the pain and suffering and we see that is my fate actually. No. And for an example, also I keep saying that Swami Vivekananda also says elsewhere. Now aged people are suffering because of the loneliness. There is no one to say hello for them. That's all they want. They want someone to speak with love and compassion and with concern or whatever. Now, this fatalistic attitude, a person who has got fatalistic attitude, he says, oh, it is their karma, it is their fate. What to do? They have to suffer. But Swami Vivekananda says, if it is so, it is your fate to go and help them out of compassion or because it is a real worship, he says. So taking the responsibility on your shoulders. So karma doctrine is not the fatalistic theory, rather it is the infinite possibilities. Take the responsibility, I mean. So karma alone is everything. That is what even Purva Mimamsa says. And the fatalistic theory person or the person who advocates for fatalistic theory, they think. But Hinduism or the Vedanta says that it is karma, no doubt. Karma has got a lot of power, no doubt. But along with that, Purusha Prayatna, the effort and Bhagavad Krupa, that is the divine grace, God's grace or Guru's grace, can reduce the effect. Or it can strengthen your mind, it can strengthen my mind so that I can handle the problems much more better way, in a better way. So karma is everything. Karma alone is everything. No. Karma is something, no doubt. Plus God's grace, Guru's grace, and effort, self-efforts, we can change many things. Holy Mother Sharda Devi, she says, by doing japa, what happens? One is spiritual progress, God's realization. Apart from that, she says, if you do sincerely japa, then what happens? Many of our karma, that is the karma phala, can be reduced. She gives a beautiful example. For an example, because of my past actions, I was supposed to meet with an accident where a spade spade is to come and hit me, and probably I used to have a great injury. Now I have done enough japa to nullify it, so that instead of I'm getting a big injury by hitting towards spade, she says that probably you may end up just with a pin prick. Means you can reduce the effect of past actions. You can reduce the karma phala negative. It may be negative in nature, which might bring problem, pain, suffering, sorrow, whatever you may say. Because we don't think of if I am happy, if I am positive, and if everything is profitable, then I don't bother about this karma and all. So these things can be reduced. So now I think by this time now you have very well understood that karma doctrine is not the fatalistic theory, rather it is a law of causation. Okay. And two or three things I would like to tell. Karma doctrine is a field of possibilities. Field of possibilities. One is, it is not the fatalistic theory. It is not a fatalistic doctrine. It is a law of causation. First point. Second is, it is a field of possibilities. Second. Third is, it is not a fixed destiny. Karma is not a fixed destiny. The fourth is, karma is a dynamic causal field. It is a law of causation only. I am putting in a different way. Karma is a dynamic causal field. Okay, let me explain these things. Now, how to understand this? So if you want me to put in a layman's language, I would like to say past actions and its results. Past actions means here past actions results set conditions, no doubt, but not conclusions. Past actions result set conditions, but not the conclusions. Oh, why I was born as a poor person? Why I was born in poor family? Oh, because of my past actions. Yeah, it is a condition. Now I was born in a village. I was born as a single parent. I was born in a poor background. Or I am born in a millionaire's house. Or I am born as a son of a Nobel Prize winner. Why? Because of the conditions set by my past actions. But they are not the conclusions. They are only conditions. They are not the conclusions. So that's what we have to understand. So at given conditions, there are possible countless responses. Given conditions, there are possible countless responses. How to understand this? I will give a very simple example. Probably you will understand in a better way. Now, I heard this story recently, which happened in India. Now, whoever is in India, we all know that India is full of 130 crore population. It is a huge population, and most of the roads are always very, busy roads. And it takes a good amount of time, and especially like the metro cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta, Delhi, and all still bad. So especially in the peak hours, the traffic is very high. So now a person from Bangalore, he comes from Bangalore. Now morning 8 or 8:30, 8 or 8:30, he is supposed to leave his son to school, and from there he is supposed to go to his office. Then he got up just at the moment, at the last moment, he got ready, and he finished his breakfast, and he asked his son, "Are you ready? I have to hurry to my office." The son said, "Yes, Dad, I am ready." Then the son sat within a vehicle, and both of them, the father is driving in the four-wheeler's car, basically. Unfortunately, there is a signal just 100 meters of his house. After his house, just 100 meters, there is a signal. And the fellow today, he had some probably urgent, a meeting or something. So just both of them sat in the car, and he started driving, and in just 100 meters, he was about to cross the signal. There was a red signal. Then he started scratching his head. Oh my God, starting itself, I have got a red signal. He was a bit worried, and he was agitated. And fortunately or unfortunately, till going to the school, the son's school, he has got 5 or 6 big signals he had to face. Now, the first signal was there. Somehow he was not happy, but still he kept quiet. Unfortunately, again 200 or 300 or 500 meters he drove, and second signal again red. His patience started getting reduced. Then third signal again he got red. He got furious by this time. What morning, whose face I saw, what is happening today? I am supposed to go to office today, urgent, there's urgent meeting, and every every signal is becoming red the moment I am just supposed to cross the signal and all. He was cursing the traffic, he was cursing the country, he was cursing the fate, and etc. Then his son just very calmly, his son was just observing his father. And the son is observing, no doubt, and he is feeling very sorry for his father, actually. Then, again, unfortunately, when the fourth signal, again he got a red. That day really had a bad time, and fourth signal, again it was a red. Then that time he started raising his voice and started screaming or shouting. then his son said, "Father, why can't we look like this?" Then asked, "What? In what way you want me to look?" He asked. The son said, "Look, father, I'm seeing from last 3 signals it is red and you are getting agitated and you are getting worried. I understand. But I always see something positive here. What is that? Why don't you think that we are standing first after the red signal gets, changed to a green signal? We are the first ones to go. So why don't you think instead of the red signal came, so I'm stopping here and the time is getting maybe 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes is getting killed or whatever. Instead of thinking, why don't you think positively, optimistically that once the signal turns red to the green, then I will be the first person to leave or to travel. Why don't you think? Now, this is very funny example. It can be very simple, funny example, but you see the son's reaction, the son's response to the situation. Now, whether we are at peace, whether we are screaming, whether we are shouting, whether we are cursing, we cannot change it. You may say fate or you may say anything, whatever the reasons we may give, analysis may give, but my response is in my hands. So that's what I mean. Say, karma is full of. There is a lot of choices. There is no fixed destiny. The life is with full of choices. Karma gives a lot of choices for us. How we choose to live our life, how we choose to respond to a reaction to the problem, or to an incident, or with a person. How do we respond? We always react. So we should stop reacting and we should start responding. So that is what karma and science of infinite possibilities. So in the given conditions, there are possible countless responses. So one response is complaining. The other response is helplessly accepting. The other response can be positive. Oh, once the signal turns into green, I'll be the first person to travel or first person to go. Now you see, simple one story or one incident, 3 responses I can give you. So that's what I'm saying, infinite possibilities. When I say infinite possibilities, different responses by different people to the same situation. There is a situation, and 10 people, if there are there, 10 people will give 10 type of reactions. Or maybe it may be similar, it may not be same, it may be similar, but there'll be 10 type of reactions or responses. First point. Second is the intentions behind every action. Why do I act? Why do I work? Different intentions are there. So when I say infinite possibilities, it is also responses, and not only responses, it is also intentions. Swamiji says, the more and more your intentions become purified, it becomes unselfish and broader, then the resistance will be reduced in your mind. The karmic residue will not be left over. Instead of creating a bondage, it creates a freedom karma and different awareness levels at each moment. Awareness of oneself. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I mean, it reminds me a very funny example. It is not funny, rather, it is a very interesting example. Once it so happened in our monastery, there were two centers. Okay, two centers. So there was a rule, formal rule that Center A should publish all the books pertaining to Swami Vivekananda. Center A should publish all the books pertaining to Swami Vivekananda, that in English language. Then Center B is supposed to publish the books pertaining to Sri Ramakrishna and Sharda Devi. So that was a rule, a formal rule. Now the Center Center B started publishing books on Vivekananda. So the formal agreement or formal rule is what? Center A should publish all the books on Swami Vivekananda and Center B should publish all the books on Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Now Center B started publishing books on Swami Vivekananda. So Center A complained to the authorities. Look, they are doing this. They are breaking the law. Please guide us. What should we do? Now there was a meeting. Then the concerned person from the Center A and the concerned from Center B, both have been called. So the person who is in charge of Center B is very senior. And in the Center A, the in charge person is quite junior. Now, so then in the meeting, so when the discussions happens, now the in charge person of Center B, he got little angry and annoyed. Because he has been caught hold, no doubt, and he's angry and annoyed, and he says, all right, I am ready to give away all the copyrights along with the books. The books are in thousands. So easy, ready to purchase all the books. Means take the books from us so that he has to pay, no doubt. So he's putting a challenge because probably he's thinking the in charge person that Center A will not be able to, can't afford to take these books or whatever. So he is putting a challenge. The in charge from Center A said, yes, Maharaj. Yes, Swami, we are ready to purchase all the books and whatever the price you say, we are ready to purchase along with the copyrights. Then the Center B was helpless. Finally, he said, all right. Then definitely was angry and annoyed, no doubt. After the meeting, then the in charge person of Center A, he went. So the senior person, he was a bit angry and annoyed. With a red face, he's looking at him. This young monk, he was so intelligent and so commonsensical also. He went and he paid his respect and said, Maharaj, you are so senior. You are supposed to guide us. And I think, and you also know that, I also know that I have not done anything wrong. You are also working for an organization. I am also working for the same organization. I hope you understand it and you are supposed to guide us. So please guide us. And if I have done any mistake, please correct me because you are my elder brother or you are my teacher like. The moment when these words was told by the young monk, the senior monk became all aware and he said, all right, yes, you have done right thing. Yes, according to the organization rule, we are not supposed to do and you are supposed to do. Yes, fine. He accepted and there was no vengeance or there was no any wrong impression or even his whatever, there was no wrong impressions, no doubt. That's whatever little anger was there, that also got dissolved. Why? Because the moment when he said, you are a senior monk and you are like my elder brother and teacher, you are supposed to guide me. The moment he said, now I am a senior monk, I am supposed to be ideal for the younger monks. I can't behave like this. So when I say conscious, how can you behave like this, like an animal? Oh, you are a human being. You are not an animal. And again, in the crude way, I'm telling you. So when we become conscious about who are we, who am I, so many of our conduct, many of our reactions can be held back, can be rectified, can be controlled actually. That's what I keep saying that. It is not only my statement, it is a great psychologist statement that we are consciously unconscious. We are consciously unconscious. Consciously, I'm forgetting that who am I, who am I, who am I. When you say mindfulness, it is nothing but what, who am I? The moment if you feel that who am I, then many of my problems, it goes away. You can say, I am the son of God, I'm the child of God, you can take, or I am that eternal self. If this consciousness exists at all given point of times, my approach, my response, or my reaction towards the problems, it changes. That's what I said. Different awareness levels at each moment from each person or from different persons. So Swami Vivekananda says, karma produces karma phala, no doubt. Karma produces samskaras also, which is very much neglected from all of us. That's where I keep on telling that Swami Vivekananda's first chapter on Karma Yoga, karma and its effect on character, we should read, reread, reread. It is a beautiful, beautiful chapter in itself. Karma produces karma phala, fruits of action, no doubt, and karma also produces tendencies, samskaras. Now, karma produces tendencies, and tendencies will act as a catalyst force or a fuel for my further actions. And that actions create karma phala and tendencies, samskaras. So the sum and total of the personality, if you see, it is nothing but personality means what? Character. Character is what? One is fruits of actions and the tendencies. And it started with a karma and a thought actually. Thought, action, results and tendencies. The sum and total of tendencies is what? Character. And what is character? As a character, so a personality. So everything comes to one thing, either physical action or mental action, which is a thought process or whatever. That's why we have to be very careful what we think, what we hear. All the attitude, intentions are also very, very important. So when we develop a right attitude, and when we do develop a right attitude, acquiring skills, and when we do right actions, it produces good results, that is punya, good luck. Apart from that, it also produces good tendencies in us. And the more and more good tendencies increase, then I'm a good person. I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentlewoman. That is what we all say. So finally, all comes to karma. And Swami Vivekananda, again, one more thing he tells beautifully. Whatever you see, the civilization, the success, or for example, drone you can see, or maybe submarine we can see, or nuclear reactors we are seeing, and so many industrialization we are seeing, all is what? It is nothing but manifestation of willpower. And how is this willpower has been developed? It is because of the actions. The sum and total of small actions has produced the gigantic will in a being. And the will becomes more and more strong, then a person's success becomes more and more easy for a person. Again, all this comes with an action. So Vivekananda gives a beautiful example. Like you see a big wave in the ocean. And that big wave is nothing but it is a collection of small or tiny waves. Now, Buddha was not born in a day, at a time. So if you see the history of the Buddha, biography of Buddha, according to the Jataka tales, he had undergone hundreds of lives with ups and downs in the life. So in every life, he what you say, he added good actions and willpower. He added good willpower. And you see in the Buddha, the willpower was at its peak. So he decided at some point of time, till my realization, I will not leave this seat. In Bodha Gaya, he sat under the banyan tree or people tree. He sat and he decided that till realization of the truth or whatever, Bodhisattva say, they say, or Nirvana, they say, till then I will not get up. And he thought, he decided and he sat. Now we also may think that we may also decide it, we may also sit, but it is 3 minutes, 30 minutes, or 3 hours. More than that, we can't. Why? Lack of willpower. And someone has got a gigantic willpower and someone has got less willpower. Why? Because of one's own actions. That is what Swami Vivekananda gives analysis. So science of infinite possibilities means these all possibilities are there for us. So for an example, I can give you the results and the tendencies. Tendencies also include attitude. He has got a good tendency, good samskara means what? He has got a good attitude. Okay, when you say good attitude, what do I mean? I will give a simple example. Now there is a loss. a loss happened in my business. Now, a person or some type of, some people, they will be keep on crying. They will go under stress, they will go into depression, they will be keep on crying. That's the one thing, out of helplessness. And some people, they will be go on complaining. Oh, because of him it happened, because of her it happened, because of A, because of B, because of C, this loss happened. So here, first is they are morose in the nature. Their reaction to the situation is what? They are morose in nature. The second is complaining attitude. Third is out of helplessness, they are accepting it. Oh, what to do? This is what the life is. Life is full of ups and downs, joy and sorrows, profit and loss. What to do? They're helpless. They have accepted it. They're suffering inside, but they're not reactive. And the other type is they try to analyze. Okay, there has been loss in my company or in my business. Let me analyze it. What happened? What factors contributed to this situation? They will analyze objectively. They will try to analyze the problem objectively. The moment we can analyze the problem objectively, most of the time we can get the solution also in itself. The moment when we get a problem, when we are able to analyze the problem, we can get the solutions also. When we get the solutions, it is then we have to implement it. So this is what objective outlook. And there are few great people who have created the history, who are the who have what you say history makers. They convert every adversity into an opportunity. They don't complain, they don't criticize, they don't cry. They convert every problem or every adversity into an opportunity. So when we can develop right tendency, means right attitude, I can see a situation as a problem. I can see a problem as a situation as a challenge. I can see the situation as an opportunity. Problem, challenge, opportunity. Now, there is no objective difference in the situation, but my response towards it is only changing because of my attitude. I may see it, I may view it as a problem, I may view it as a challenge, I may view it as an opportunity. So, simple example I can tell, like now, some Asians or maybe Indian students have come to Europe to study. Now, mostly here, all our academical course starts at September. So when they come, it is almost like fall or spring, fine. Then in a month or so, then the winter starts. Definitely it will be severe winter. First winter will be very severe for most of the Indians. Lack of sunlight, lack of daylight, and severe winter, and snowstorm, and blah, blah, what all things. So people keep on complaining. Oh, my dear, why did I come here? I should not have come here. Oh, when will I be going? Because I'll be remembering my house, my parents, or whatever. I keep on complaining. Why did my father send? Why did that my fellow friend said? Why did he suggest? If I get him, I will slap him. Why did he suggest here to come? So I keep on complaining, crying, criticizing, and all. Yeah, well, that is true. I'm away from my house, then less people, so less distractions. So let me study more and more because I cannot go out. I cannot do anything else much. Outward activities, outside activities, external activities are less in nature. So let me use this time and energy as an opportunity for me to study. Problem? Oh, in the cold season, there's a lot of challenges to face. People do say, no doubt. And you can take it as an opportunity. Now, less people, holidays we have got, and etc., etc. So I can study more. I've got enough time. Same situation. There is no change in the cold. There is no change in the daylight. There is no change in the sunlight. But my response to it can be differing from person to person. That is what I mean. Responses is very important. Problem, challenge, and opportunity. So in every situation, there will be an opportunity. So we should try to develop that attitude. How can I find an opportunity in every problem or in every situation? It doesn't mean that I should be opportunistic always. I mean, I don't mean in that way, but rather convert your problem into an opportunity. Develop an attitude so that you can convert the adversity into an opportunity. So this is what I mean. So right attitude, right work with acquiring skills. So I am pure. My attitude is good. Intentions are pure. I am doing good actions, no doubt, but still I am not getting results. Still I am suffering. Why? Lack of skills can be there. So right action with the right attitude, with the acquiring skills. All the three things are required for a success. So karma is not fatalistic. Karma is not a weapon which creates a bondage. Karma is not a boredom or a cumbersome. Rather, it is with signs of infinite possibilities. Life is with full of choices. And people say, "Oh, why did God give a choice?" Now, for an example, we have never saw cow tell a lie. Cow doesn't cheat. We only add a water into the milk and we sell. So cow never cheats. So like that, if there was no choice for us whether to tell lie or truth, if the God had created only telling truth, then this problem would not have happened. Yes, it might appear, but this what do you say? The freedom of choice makes a human being diverse, and it also includes a growth. Cow will never grow. Actually, tiger will never grow. So their biologically set clock will be there. It will be going more or less. Maybe in 100 year, 200, 300 years, some small biological changes we might see, no doubt. But it is very, very less in nature. But human being his life is every moment is with full of choices. I can keep on complaining about the cold, or I can use that as an opportunity to study. Now, for example, again, there's a funny story. Once some of our monks were going to the conference seminar, and while going from South India, that is from southern part of India to the eastern part of India, which take 1.5 days in those days. I mean, a 20-year story I'm telling you. So it would have taken 36 or 48 hours. Now, 36 hours or 48 hours, they have to sit in the train from, say, Chennai, from Bangalore to Calcutta. Unfortunately, they were going via Andhra Pradesh. In those, though now Telangana, Andhra Pradesh has been separated, but Andhra and Orissa, and they had to go to Calcutta. Either in Andhra or Orissa, there were floods. So then train took detour. Train took a detour, and 8 hours was extra 8 hours has been added now. So some of them were little annoyed. What? 36 to 48 hours we had to travel. They'll plus 8 hours. What? Like that. Then one person is sitting calmly, quietly. Then the passengers asked, "Oh, my dear, are you not getting sickening about this?" No, 8 hours I am sitting aram in the train and I am getting probably free trip to see some other places. Why should I boggle? Why should I bother? I mean, we may say it is practical or impractical, but that's how he's enjoying his trip. 7 hours it has taken a detour, so probably at that places I have not visited. So at least I can have a glimpse of the new places. So I'm enjoying it. Why should I suffer or why should I struggle? That's what I say. Life is with full of choices. We may say it is practical or impractical, it is possible or not possible. We may give our own certificates, we may make our own judgments, but life is with full of choices and chances. So how we make use of it is in our hands. That's what Swami Vivekananda said, you are the creator of your own destiny. That is the rough translation of the Bhagavad Gita shloka. Uddhared atmanatmanam, atmanam avasadayet, atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmanam. You are the friend of yourself, you are the real friend of yourself, or you are the real enemy of yourself. When your mind is under control and it is regulated, yes. If your mind is not under your control, then your mind can be enemy. In that sense, Gita has told. Swami Vivekananda has translated that shloka in this way. You are the creator of your own destiny. So now we can very well understand karma is not a fatalistic in nature. It is with infinite possibilities. So let us try to understand. Life is with full of choices. Let us make a right choice and let us enjoy our life. When I say enjoy, it is not always positive, not always with full of profit or favorable circumstances. It is a mixture, will be there, no doubt. It will come and it will go. We have to accept and we have to, keep progressing and we have to evolve ourselves. May Swami Vivekananda bless all of us so that we can develop that attitude. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, if you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
One question, like how in Karma Yoga, it kind of says that we need to focus on the karma and not the karma phala and all that. But at the same time, here we are saying that every karma will have a karma phala by nature, by its own nature. And what we are discussing all this while now, to look more onto the positive side and, to try and think of it in that aspect. So are we not then trying to kind of not look at the karma phala that way, or how do we look at both of those?
Yes, no doubt. Now, so I am supposed to travel from complaining mode to contributor mode. At right now, I am in complaining mode. So for such a person, Karma Yoga cannot help actually. And Karma Yoga is not possible for him to practice actually. So now from complaining mode, I shall travel to contributor mode. It may be selfish in nature, but let it be so. But let me travel from complaining mode, from negative mindset to the positive mindset, to the contributor mode. Okay, let me work and let me enjoy. Instead of complaining, let me work. If I do right work with the right attitude, acquiring skills, I get a proper results. I may get good results. So with that conviction, let me go and work and let me choose right thing. Then it produces results, good results, bad results, or favorable, unfavorable circumstances, all these things. Then when an individual being, when he sails across all these ups and downs, then he starts thinking that, is there no way out to come out from this current at all? Then we say that, yes, there is a way. How? Do karma as karma yoga. You do the work produces results, no doubt, and work also produces tendencies, no doubt. If you don't want this, if you don't want to get into that vicious circle, then start performing the karma as a karma yoga. Then what happens? First and foremost, no fresh residue, no fresh action result, and no fresh tendency or residue will be left over in you, in your life or in your mind. And apart from that, one is no fresh accumulation. Second thing, when you start performing karma as a karma yoga, when you convert the action into yoga, then what happens? That will also not only depositing, it is not depositing new residue, new results. And not only that, it is also clearing, it is also cleansing your earlier results or earlier tendencies. So that is the next step. Because for a person who for him feels karma itself is a burden or fatalistic, for him karma yoga will not be a what you say advice. So let him become positive about karma, then karma yoga will come to the what do you say discussion. Yeah.
Swamiji, I have one question. When you said that you should focus on looking into the positive things of the situations that you're put across, when you know that someone is really hurting you and someone is doing bad to you, how can you think positive in that situation?
Okay, fine. Okay, he is doing bad for you. Okay, is he doing for everyone or for you alone?
No, like I mean, it doesn't matter whether he is hurting someone or whether he is hurting you or not. Like
No,
in that
no,
situation, you are there and you
no,
are.
no. I understand, Chaitanya, but I need an answer now. According to you, now a
Mhm.
person is hurting you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Given circumstances, just answer me that whether he's hurting you in generally or no, he hurts most of the people. Whoever is in and around him, he hurts the people.
He is a selfish person. To get profitable in that situation, he don't mind hurting anyone who comes across his path.
Okay. Okay. If that is the case, now why I was asking this question is here two things. One is, as you said, generally he hurts everyone. He doesn't care because he's selfish, he's mean-minded, so he doesn't care for others. So he's selfish, and not only selfish. Selfish is okay. Selfish people may not hurt everyone, but selfish with mean-mindedness is what is the problem here. So he's hurting anyone, if it is any fruitful, beneficial to him. That is his nature. If he is hurting only you or one or two people or not others, if so, then probably there will be a problem, or there can be concern or with the relationships. That's where I wanted to know it clearly. Now you have cleared my thing. So that means it is his nature. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, for example, for discussion sake, we will take it that, okay, there is a colleague with you who is working in your department, in your office. He is creating a lot of trouble. He's hurting you, he's creating troubles. So, given circumstances, what should I do? So, how can I see positive in that situation? Now, generally, what we do, one is we suffer, no doubt, and we try to keep quiet sometimes, and sometimes we try to react. We will try to give back the answer, or we may fight with him, or we may try to give back the answer, all these things. That's all we all do it. Fine. Now, apart from that, can I think, is there any way I cannot change him, no doubt. Probably it is not my intention also to change him. That is not possible. Is there any way where I can stop him at least so that he will not hurt me? Say, for an example, you go and say, "Oh, my dear, sometimes your talk or your conversations or the way you speak, it hurts me. So I request you, I request you, please do not do this. Please mend your ways." You tried sincerely. You went and told. He might kept quiet for a moment or for a while, and again he's doing it.
No,
That
these
is,
people are smart and political. They won't hurt you like directly. They
mm,
do it like they are doing it, but you will not know that they are like you can't express to someone that they are doing something like this. In that
okay.
sense, you can't really go and confess them, saying like, okay, you are doing this, I'm hurt. You can't say that because they are. How do I put in lines like you
You
know
can
what I'm
express.
saying?
See,
Yeah.
there. You have to use your common sense and intelligence here. There can be many ways to express that you have been hurt. You can express your unhappiness. You can through your body language or through your maybe through sentences or in communication somewhere you can express, look, my dear, the way you might be very intelligent and smart, but still at the same time you are also hurting others. So please take care of it. So in smart way, we also can try to make them understand. That's a one approach at the thing. Second thing is, okay, that is his nature. That is nature is very crooked in nature or mean-minded, selfish, smart, no doubt, but is crooked and thing. So understanding him, being away, rather trying to develop a relationship, friendship with more and more positive-minded people, like-minded people with a positive-minded people, we can do it also, isn't it? Say, for an example, there are 10 colleagues in our office. Eight
Mhm.
people are okay, and two people are having a problem. Two people are really creating a problem with you. With all, I shall accept it. Now you have got eight people good in nature. Why don't you, ponder upon it instead of that? Why do you think about this one or two rogues? Basically, that's what our
Okay.
mind does actually.
So we just have to avoid them. That's
Yes,
all.
neglect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Mhm.
Pranam Maharaji. I just want to continue the same question the previous speaker spoke. That sometimes it's very difficult to avoid as well. We can understand. We know ki it's better to avoid, but conditions that you could not avoid this
Yeah,
condition.
I understand.
But
You need not
means
to
we could
avoid a
not tell
person.
them as well, and we could not avoid the situation as
Yes. So, I mean, when you say avoid means, yeah, I mean, sometimes avoiding persons, we can do it, no doubt. In some cases, we can't avoid persons. We have to live with them for whatever the reason may be. Then you have to overgrow. We have to overgrow. Yeah, there's a person and he's a crooked, he's a smart, and he creates problem, he creates pain and other things. So, given circumstances, I have to overgrow. And probably we have to think how we can handle him or her in such a way that at least these problems can be reduced. Sometimes maybe in a joking way while talking, we can hint at it, okay, my dear, you are hurting me. And sometimes while talking, sometimes maybe strongly also we can say that, oh, my dear, please stop this nonsense and all. Second, you told in a laughing way, in a gentle way, or you told in a strong way, not possible. He didn't mend his ways, he or she didn't mend their ways, or you are not able to tell because they are your seniors, or maybe your boss or whatever. Then how to do that? Then accept it and start focusing on the positive sides. Start focusing on the positive side and yourself. We have to develop ourselves. We have to overgrow the small things actually. Otherwise, our energy will be drained out from the small petty things. Who knows, tomorrow he or she may go away. Or otherwise, say maybe may not be also. Then why should we spoil our life? Why should we spoil our time for small these problems? It is not that whole my life is with full of such people. It will never be for none of us. Yeah, there are one or two people who create problems for us, who creates nonsense for us, no doubt. But rest of them are good. So why can't we focus on them? Why can't we focus on that part and neglecting this part? But generally, our mind doesn't do that. Our mind always keeps thinking this negative side. Oh, he's doing, she's doing. So one or two bad things are happening in our life that we keep focusing and we forget and we don't enjoy, or we are not happy about the other positive things which is happening in our life. So probably that's what I think. I mean, if you ask me, that type of attitude should be developed with us. Then slowly, and if you can make an experiment, slowly, these things will die out actually. When we stop reacting towards it, when we stop giving unnecessary attention towards all these things and we overgrow, then slowly these things will die out. Or even if it is there, it doesn't prick you, it doesn't matter, it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't matter for you. So we can develop even that attitude also.
Swamiji, don't you think we'll be manipulating our feelings or will be manipulating our thought process on some uneasy situations?
No, probably I will tell you like this. For example, you are walking in a forest path. Okay. Then there were some thorns. You removed one thorn. Okay. Then you go ahead a little more. Second thorn you removed. Fine. Then like that few thorns you removed. Then afterwards you see, oh my dear, there are so many thorns. If you keep on removing these thorns, then half of your time will remove, I mean, will be exhausted, will be used in removing these thorns itself. Then the intelligent person, what he does, he wears a sandals, he wears a slippers or a shoes, and he goes. See, there will be people who hurts you. There will be people who pulls our legs. If you give undue importance to these people, your energy, your time will be wasted actually. And again, I'm telling you which is very, I think, factual, that such type of people are less in number actually. It is not that more in number. Say, for example, 10 or 20 people in our lives, maybe one or two, three will be there. Rest of them are not like that. Then why should we bother and why should we waste our energy for which we cannot mend our ways, which we cannot do anything? Like you are in Ireland, whether you want or not, you will get coldy, windy, wetty weather and less of sunlight. If you, by crying or whatever, you can't change the weather. So like that, one or two rogues are come, maybe because of our prarabdha or their prarabdha or whatever you say, they are here. But let us accept and let us go further. Let us progress. Let us develop. Why should we sacrifice our time and energy for these people, which they are not worthy? If you ask me, that is what my attitude and that's what my approach is.
Yeah. And this is an hypothetical situation. What if your main, like in your life, your main character itself is like that? Like you got a person, like that person is your main person in your life, and that person is that. How do you deal every single day?
Yeah. So before accepting as a main person, you should have thought over, isn't it? So when when you are choosing a when you are choosing a person, you are supposed to choose a right person. You chose a wrong person, and you cannot saying that he's a wrong. He's wrong, that's fine. But why did you choose a wrong person in your life, which is so important?
Think that we did not choose it. It just happened. Like your parents did a match, or like, unfortunately, you got someone.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Now here, so yeah, but I've seen many cases in like this. I mean, slowly and steadily, when they try, if not completely, to larger extent, people will get change in due course of time. One is people will change. First is that. Second thing, you be positive, you be optimistic, and keep doing good things. Definitely, things will change.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you, Maharaj. Pranam.